Hey Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, we're going to go over that pump and dump on the Bitcoin chart, as well as just a little bit of a baby pump that we have going on right now. If we do just take a look at our Bollinger Band midline, which of course is also known as the 21 EMA, well, some people use the 20 MA or the 21 MA, but I like to use the 21 EMA as I just find it more responsive for my needs. We can see that we have found support on that 21 EMA in the past, and currently we are also finding support multiple times. Now we are making a series of lower highs with basically equal lows while we're pressing down on that EMA, and so we would like to see a pop-up just to make sure that we don't get a squeeze to the downside, and we are currently at risk of doing that. The longer that we go sideways in this type of a formation, that's a bit of a distribution wedge there, and that could distribute to the downside. Essentially, we do have a potential formation here of a double top. And breaking some of these critical lows, we could end up with a measured move down to that 38,000 to perhaps $39,000 area should that double top just break down. But that's neither here nor there because we are, of course, above that 21 EMA for the time being. And as long as we close above there on the daily, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Now, if we do just go ahead and take a look at our divergences, you can see that we did have a couple bearish divergences that have been playing out. I have been mentioning those in the groups, so if you're not a part of the groups, please take a look at the link in the description of the video below for access to our Discord. It is, of course, free. Guys, we do have the potential for some hidden bullish divergence here where, the RSI is basically flat, but we do have the potential for a higher low on the BTC chart should we close the day in this area and end up pushing up a bit. This could be confirmed as just a higher low, which then would have that bullish divergence and could perhaps bring us back to the highs of this formation. And what is that formation? We do have this kind of a wedge going on here, which really is piggybacking off of the price action that we had back here, but it is still a bullish formation on the whole. Now, these type of bullish pennants, they only have a 54% chance of breaking, to the upside, essentially. If it's a bearish pennant, same thing to the downside. So it's not the most reliable pattern, but it is slightly better than flipping a coin. So we are still biased, at least on a pattern basis to the upside here, and just going to continue to give it a shot. If we look at our key levels on the day, you can see that we do have basically the momentum pool filling up all of these candles that have just been kind of dragging out this process to the downside. And if should we be able to just flip this volatility pivot somewhere around 43,440, then that will give us that bias to the upside. And if we are able to capture 43,900, 44,000 especially, then that's going to suggest and imply bullish continuation that could take us back to the bullish control zone. Now, flipping that somewhere around 45,000, we would expect this chart to play out the measured move of that pennant, perhaps taking us to 48,000 eventually, perhaps with a couple stops in between. But right now, really just for the day, we are looking to hold our momentum at 42,581, and we don't really want to lose that 21 EMA, and especially not this neutral point somewhere around 42,000. If we do lose 42,000, just on a momentum basis and a volatility basis, we are talking about potentially retesting that $38,855 area, which of course does correspond with that measured move of the potential, just a little local area double top that we have here. Now, that's not a macro double top. This would just be for the local area, but we are looking at these setups for our potential short or our potential long. And as long as we're in the momentum pool area, we're basically still just going sideways. And of course, you can see this consolidation in the charts, just, slowly just grinding sideways. And eventually it's going to pop one way or another. And we just have to have some patience here. So, of course, the longer that BTC goes sideways, some of the alts are going to just be skyrocketing. Others are just going to feel a kind of sickness until this chart chooses a direction. Now, there could be a rotation into Ethereum, and if we see that happening, then of course I will update you guys. All right, that's going to be your alpha for the day. Stay safe. and happy trading.